Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my beautiful rideshare revolutionaries. It's me, Gio, the leader of the rideshare revolution, the rideshare rock star, the captain of the 2K Club. I hit it again. The realest, the funniest, the handsomest, and the beardedest driver on YouTube. And we're only going to talk about two things because I can't prove the 2K week because the bonuses have not been applied on the Lyft side yet. So as of right now, it would appear that I'm $125 short of the $2,000, like $100 short of $2,000. So I'll make that video later. I just want to go over a couple things. Today was the best morning I've had in a long time. Probably the best morning since June, honestly. As you guys can see there, 2:12 in 6 hours and 15 minutes. And I'll break down, like, there are some mornings where just everything kind of sort of works out perfectly. And this was one of those, minus a couple little hiccups here and there. But first things first, I want to talk about a lot of you, like, even in the group chat, everyone's like, dude, how do you do it? How do you maintain the schedule? How do you work so many hours in a week? And like I said, maybe some of us are just machines. But I have to address something. Okay, before my last fight in 2014, my last fight, that's actually when I started to get like these minor health issues where I was kind of just feeling tired. Just, like I had energy to train, I had energy to work, but when I got home, I was just like tired, or I didn't have the same kind of like, I wasn't as gun-ho as I usually was. And then the reason I had to stop training entirely is because I completely just ran out of energy. And I mean, a lot of you are already thinking like, really, you ran out of energy? And I'm going to tell you right now, no joke. There was times in the beginning of, so my last fight was 2013, sorry. In the first few months of 2014, I literally felt like I could not get enough sleep. I was literally sleeping 14 hours a day. I was sleeping 8 hours at night, getting to work exhausted, sleeping in my car for like an hour, taking lunch breaks, sleeping in my car, getting home, taking a nap at home, going to work out. And it's like I spent the majority of my day was spent sleeping. And I actually had to go see a doctor for it. And what happened was, for so many years in my 20s, I had such a low-fat diet that it just killed my hormone production. Just killed it, right? Because I was always working hard. I was always working out. I was always training. And I was always watching what I ate. Like, I had, like, one cheat day a week for years, right? And so what turns out happened was I had such a low-fat diet that it just killed my hormone production. So I had to get on prescribed testosterone, which is steroids. Not like a bodybuilder amount, but still I had to get on that. And I did feel better after a while, a tiny bit better. I had a little bit of energy after getting these prescribed hormones, TRT. And I did feel better, but I didn't feel like great, right? So then I started like just maybe a little bit of bro science. I watched some things on YouTube about like, oh, get more healthy fats in your diet, you'll feel better. And I actually did start doing that, and I did feel way better. And lately, what I've been doing is I've been trying to at least make time to at least make like one meal at home. And any of you in the group chat know that I love steak and eggs. So now, whenever I make my steak and eggs, no joke, I always prepare them the same way. I make the steak and eggs with Himalayan salt and this stuff, MCT oil. This is obviously not an endorsement. This is the stuff I use. This is the Onnit brand, which is Onnit has the best supplements ever. But any of you who feel like you might, no joke, I worked over 75 hours last week. I'm ready to fucking take on the planet right now. I mean, I worked from 11 p.m. last night till I just got home 30 minutes ago. And I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm feeling fantastic. I feel so good that I'm like, how the hell am I going to go to sleep? I'm going to take my sleep aids because I kind of have to, but I feel like I have too much energy now. So now, like, this is a problem because I always try to make sure I maintain 6 or 6.5 hours of sleep. And if I'm this wired up, this might affect my sleep schedule, which I worked very hard to get it to where I'm sleeping during the day comfortably and not as tired overnight. But lately, honestly, I usually have like a venti Starbucks iced coffee at 5:30 in the morning, along with maybe 1 5-hour energy and some Diet Coke. Last night I had 1 Diet Coke, and I'm good to go. All right, but beyond that, so let's talk about this morning, right? So this morning, I set at 3:50 in the morning. I set my destination filter for O'Hare because I wanted to make sure I'm tired of Midway and that first Midway trip. So I set the destination filter for O'Hare, and I was on Clark Street by Wiener Circle. I got a ping, and the ping looked like it was from a bar, and I was like, it was on a surge. It was a 1.8. So I was like, do I really want to take this trip? So I kind of did a little bit of, as it was coming down, I was like, all right, I'll take it. I take the trip, and surprise, surprise, it was a bar. 4 people leaving the bar, going home. 2 Irish girls and 2 Irish guys. And yeah, for real, guys, I got to take a trip to Ireland because these Irish girls are so nice. And so after that, I got a trip to O'Hare, which is that ride there. A deadheaded back from O'Hare. Got a surge ride to O'Hare. Got a rematch. I'm not going to click on any of these because I have addresses. So, all right, well, I'll use this thing. So, this was a rematch. Let me fix this. Sorry. There we go. That was a rematch, and they were going to go to Evanston. They canceled on me because I got the ping as I was already going through the 3rd terminal, and they were already the first one. So, as I was going to go around, they canceled on me. Not a huge loss because they're going to Evanston, right? So then the traffic was horrendous on both 90 East and West this morning. And during that time, the city started surging at a 3.3x. That's the highest I saw. And I was stuck in traffic usually earlier than normal, right? So I got up by Wrigleyville. I got up in Wrigleyville, and I set the filter for McCormick Place, like I always do, right? I got a ping, and I got a pool, a 2.9 pool. That was this. This was a 30-something minute pool ride with 4 passengers, paid $40, okay? And then Uber did me a solid. I used both my destination filters, but then I decided, let me use one more. Let me see if I have another one, because sometimes they gift me one. So I checked the app. I had another filter. I set it for Uptown. And I got a trip literally to Uptown from kind of like the west side, right? So I got that trip to Uptown, which worked out. I got some snacks, and then I did these UberX rides here. Sorry. I did these UberX rides here, and then that ate up. That was from like 7 to 7:50, and none of those, I didn't have to pivot for any of those. I left the app on the entire time, okay? Oh. And then this happened. I got this. This was a 45 plus from the north side of Chicago. I figured with the games the app's been playing lately, this guy's probably going to the Loop, so it's going to be like a 25-minute ride, so I'll still be able to catch him the surge later. Lo and behold, he was actually going to O'Hare. So I dropped him off at O'Hare. Surprisingly, did not get a rematch at 9:05 in the morning. So then I hit the bum lot because I saw the queue was moving kind of quickly. So then after I hit the bum, I talked to 2 of the bums at the bum lot, 2 of our revolutionaries. And then I got this pool ride because if I didn't take the pool, unfortunately, I was going to get moved back to the end of the queue, so I had to take it. So I took this pool ride. One of those passengers left me a massive tip, as you can see there, almost $12. And then I got a rematch from Midway here, which this one, which also left a tip. And then I turned the app off and came out. So yeah, this is one of those mornings where everything kind of worked out. My destination filters worked out perfectly. I got sent exactly where I wanted to go, and I avoided the airports when I wanted to. The only real hiccup was this ride here, because I did not expect to go to the airport this morning. Because I don't mind airport rides with a surge. I would rather, that's because the north side did surge at like a 1.6, 1.7 later on that night, or later on that morning, and I would rather get an airport ride with that surge rather than 1.4, but everything worked out, so I'm glad for that. All right, now moving on from that, I'm going to start doing a little experiment, a little experiment here. We're going to start comparing yeah, we're going to start comparing. I might have fucked up on this one too. That's not what I want. There we go. All right, we're going to start comparing. There we go. We're going to compare Lyft versus Uber's demand in Chicago, as you guys, because this is like the never-ending fight in Chicago. Is like, who's better, Lyft or Uber? Lyft or Uber? And if you ask me, I'm going to tell you Uber's better. There's way more surge. There's way more demand. There's less wait time. And this week, I'm going to try to track the prime time and surge at the same time from the same spots in the city, and like kind of give you like a good estimation, show you like drivers are usually, typically we wander towards the money. Like if we see more surge on one app, that's where they're going to turn the app on. If they see less surge on Lyft and more surge on Uber, which app are they going to leave on? Uber, right? And I think you got this might benefit any of you newer drivers or whatever. Because I think Lyft is not a bad app. I'm going to say that again. Lyft is not bad. It's my side piece, but the only reason Lyft is not as good as Uber is because they don't have the market share Uber does in Chicago. And maybe the powers that be at Lyft will see this video and be like, we need to do something. If we want to compete with Uber, we need more passengers. We don't need more drivers. We need more passengers. Because I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to do this all week. I only did this for 10 minutes, but I'm going to time this out better in the next couple of days. I'm going to compare the Lyft, or the demand of Uber versus Lyft, and show you guys why would any driver choose to drive for Lyft when they could just make more money Uber, right? So as you guys see, at 7:55 in the morning, because there's no way to track this screenshot because you can't see the time, but it would be up there. This is the exact same time. At 7:55 in the morning, there was surge all around Chicago on Uber, and there was a tiny blip of prime time for Lyft, right? So then moving on, this was at 8:04 in the morning. So you guys can see there. Look at the difference between these two apps. Look at this big blob of surge there, a big blob of surge there, and even a little bit of surge by Midway. Okay? That's Uber. On a Monday morning, and I'm at 8:04 in the morning. And I'm pretty sure I was driving to pick up the passenger at the time. So let's look at that surge versus, I mean, seriously. Some people look at me like I'm crazy when I say this. The demand on the apps for Lyft and Uber Chicago, I would go ahead I would say 65-35. If Lyft wants to make a bigger dent in Chicago, they need to get their rider numbers up. There are enough drivers everywhere all over Chicago. Lyft needs riders. They don't need drivers. They need riders if they want to compete with Uber. Because right now, Uber is kicking their ass. Right now, Uber is beating the crap out of my side piece. And I want my side piece to, the side piece will never move up to main. But, I want it to at least give a fighting chance. And that's all I got for this video, guys. I just want to show you guys. I'm definitely going to do more of these side-by-side comparisons over the next few days, probably the whole week. And I'm going to make a 2K video tomorrow. I want to thank y'all for watching. Hopefully you guys took whatever you can from this video. So stay out there, stay driving, stay driven, stay safe, stay bearded. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.